Hello, children. Now we start our community life unity in diversity part 2. Okay, and diversity in India. India is the largest country, extend from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Arunachal to Ankleshwar. Variety of climatic conditions, soil, irrigation, methods, cultural and religious background symbolize diversity in various fields. If you try to observe the food habits of people, the cloth they wear, and work they do in different part of the country, you will clearly notice the variety of diversity of different regions. Even within a region, the lifestyle is very much different in rural and urban area. It is so because the lifestyle of the people is directly related to their physical surrounding, influenced by various historical, geographical, social, and economic factors. The diversity in India has provided us glorious past and a rich culture heritage. This has paved the way for unity in a diversity. Unity in diversity. The India unity is something imposed from outside. It is the outcome of our appreciation and tolerance for different belief and customs of India. In fact, India unity in a diversity is a unique feature which has always been our source of strength. For example, the harvest festival are celebrated all over the country at the time of harvesting the crops. The happiness of farmers is expressed through festivals like Baisakhi in Punjab, Onam in Kerala, and Pongal in Tamil Nadu. Similarly, Garba Nritya of Gujarat, Bihu dance of Assam, and Ghumar of Rajasthan Beduli reflect the culture and tradition of the community of these religions. The richness of Indian tradition lie in the belief that all cultures are equal. We Indians feel proud of our rich cultural heritage. Our respect and faith in the cultural diversity was kept India united and integrated. You see the different dance form are in India. Vaisakhi in Punjab, and Bihu dance Assam, Garba Gujarat, Onam Kerala. Okay, inequalities and constitutional provision to safeguard them. अब इसके साथ साथ कुछ संवैधानिक प्रावधान भी हैं जिससे कि असामाजिकता को दूर किया जा सके. Unfortunately, increasing social and economic equality both in rural and urban area have leads to more discrimination in a society. They are There are various reasons for it. In our day-to-day life, we find that the poor and downtrodden are being exploited and ill-treated by the rich. The followers of one religion look down upon other. People speaking different languages have issues. Their men folk for exploiting the women. These types of difference cannot be called form of diversity, but they are inequality, prejudice एंड डिस्क्रिमिनेशन. इसको हम डाइवर्सिटी नहीं कहेंगे, इसको हम इनइक्वलिटी कहेंगे, प्रीजस्टिस कहेंगे. एक में जस्ट जो कि न्यायकारी नहीं है आपस में भेदभाव करना. डू यू नो प्रीजस्टिस मीन प्री जजमेंट, प्री कॉन्विंस notion one might have against any region, religion, color of the skin, an individual, their accent, even the kind of language they speak or clothes they wear. Discrimination happen when people act on their prejudice or act in the basis manner. For example, the Britishers discriminate against the Indian largely because of their prejudice and feeling of superiority. Many social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, and many more have already done a lot to get rid of these inequalities and other social ills like untouchability, gender bags, unemployment, illiteracy, etc. Even then, many ills are still widespread in India. When Constitution of India was being framed, our national leaders kept this in mind. The include many such provisions in the Constitution which aim at bringing social, economic, and political equalities. The fundamental rights like rights to freedom, rights to equality, right to against exploitation, etc., have been incorporated in the Constitution. Similarly, the directive principle of safe state policy are guidelines to the government at different levels to plan and act upon. These directive principles have gone a long way in achieving the national goals of economic and social justice. You will read about all in this class 7. Okay. Swami Dayanand Saraswati, a great social reformer, traveling widely across the country, his main mission was to enlighten the people of the spirit and nationalism and bring awareness about equality and dignity of individuals. He was totally against the caste system, the root cause cause of social inequalities and discrimination in Indian society. According to him, all are born equal, so there should we know discrimination on any basis. He strongly avoid the cause of education for all, especially for the upliftment of women and downtrodden. Our rural community. India is mainly a land of villages. Two-thirds of the population of our country live in a village. These villages represent our rural community. Most of the rural population depend upon agriculture as their mean of livelihood. After independence, India has made tremendous progress in the field of agriculture, industry, power generation, and other resources. The impact of this development can be seen in a village also. Most of villages are now linked to city by roads, railway. The use of electricity has revolutionized the rural life. Television, radio, telephone are different types of home appliances are common in rural area also. In new agricultural implements, fertilizer and finance are easily available. These have helped the farmer to use a green revolution in the country. It has changed the lifestyle of the rural population. The construction of dams, bridges, schools, community centers have improved the standard of living of people in rural area. However, rapid rise in population has diluted the positive impact of this progress. In spite of the continuous efforts since independence, many problems still face. Many of our villages are still underdeveloped, unhygienic, and without even the basic amenities of life. The villagers also face the problems of inequalities, illiteracy, ignorance, rural witness unemployment and bonded labor. For this, we must understand together and try to solve these problems on war footing. If our village purpose, India will definitely become economically and socially strong. Green Revolution began in India in the mid of 1960 to increase productions of crops like wheat, rice, M.S. Swaminathan is known as the father of Green Revolution in India. Punjab was the first state to try new crops. The second Green Revolution started in 2009 in eastern state of India. And first start in 1960, who is the uh, M.S. Swaminathan is known as father of Green Revolution, and Punjab is the first state to try the new crops. Okay, thank you.